The Woman Tamer by Buvelot Esson. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Narrator, read by Christine G.
Katie, read by Libby Gaughan.
Chopsy Ryan, Thief and Busker, read by Algie Pug.
Smithy the Liar, read by Peter Tucker.
Constable Jones.
Front room of Katie's cottage. Front door and window open on narrow lane. Another door leads to inner room. A plain table, horsehair sofa, sideboard, some cheap ornaments, etc. Katie, a good-looking young woman, reclining on sofa, smokes a cigarette and looks over a sporting paper. She turns round eagerly as Chopsy Ryan enters. Chopsy is fat and lazy, an unsuccessful thief, but a street musician and a pessimist philosopher. He enters singing, and seems pleased with himself.
How's it going?
You leave it to me, little bird.
Did you put up the job with Shipmate?
You would like to know, wouldn't you?
What is it? Jewellery?
Shoo. Don't blab.
Can't you give a civil answer to a civil question?
Run away, fairy, and cool your head.
He takes coat off slowly.
Did you ferret out anything?
Perhaps.
You might tell us, Chopsy. Don't be oyster. I won't word nobody, not me.
He sings another line, throwing coat at hooks on wall. It falls. He turns and moves towards sofa.
What's the strength of it? I've been waiting all afternoon to hear how you got on. Don't be a nark.
Give it a breeze.
Come on, Chops. Tell us all about it. What's doing?
Why don't you give your tongue half an hour off?
Growl, snarl. You ought to be in your kennel. Did he take you on? What'd he say? My oath, we want a few bones in their truck.
Put a rope round it and drown it.
Curse ye, I got a right to know. Ain't I been keeping you?
Blast you. I know what I'm doing, don't I?
Ow, you was turned down again, was you? Shipmate wouldn't have you on his mind.
Shut your jaw. Pick me coat up and don't...
Look here, I'm getting sick of this. You mess up everything.
Ugh, it's hot. Don't bustle me. Pick me coat up.
I ain't your servant, am I?
Pick me coat up. Do you hear me?
Why don't you get work? You ain't no decent thief.
You know too much, don't you?
Fat lot you ever done. I ain't seen you dive on no red lot. I ain't seen you stoush no rozzer. I ain't even heard about you in the Herald for snowdropping. Oh no, not you. You ply their organ.
D'you think I tell women my biz?
You ain't got none. You couldn't get a job roasting peanuts. You couldn't offside in a fourpenny fish joint.
You can't kid me. I know what women is.
You was proud to get on with me.
Good blimey. Proud? I could have had Fishy Liz.
Fishy Liz? Can she keep her bloke?
You ain't the only silver fish in the pond.
You're all talk. Bongo Wilson got 9 months for topping up a mug of chows with a bottle. He passed out 4 of 'em.
You know, I've been seeing Shipmate, don't you?
Rats. Bongo didn't talk and skite about it. He done it.
Look here, pick me coat up.
What can you do? You busk outside their pubs for beer. How? You're a boshter with their tarts, ain't you? Singing your pretty songs. I ain't seen you bring in much anyhow. There ain't nothing in music. I don't flash no silk skirts. I don't drive no motor car since I took you on. All you get away with couldn't keep me in fags.
Do you hear me? Pick me coat up.
Look here, Chopsy Ryan.
I ain't going to argue the point with you. I don't argue with women.
I don't argue with women. Now, strike me pretty.
Oh, God blimey, chain it up.
Why don't you get work? Work. That's all you're fit for.
Pick me coat up.
Do your own dirty work.
Chopsy, with a cigarette in mouth, rises slowly and takes a step towards Katie.
Do you hear me?
Putting stool in front of her.
Yes, I hears you. What about it?
Chopsy, in moving after her, knocks over stool, while Katie slips behind table.
Come here, curse ya.
Katie, accepting his challenge, comes from behind table and boldly faces him.
I'm here, blast you. What's your trouble?
I'll pass you one to go on with, if you don't.
What'll you do?
Chopsy raises his hand. Katie involuntarily draws back slightly. Chopsy follows her.
I've a good mind to throttle you, do you hear?
Grabs hold of her.
Ow! Ow!
You're squealing now, are you?
gives her a half-hearted shove. Katy, with hands before her eyes, pretends to weep.
Bah! Why don't you behave yourself? You will nag at a man. You put me all in a haze. I didn't want to hurt you. Struth, turn it up.
Katy still weeps.
You brought it on yourself now, didn't you? I didn't mean to hurt you, I tell you. I ain't one of them blokes, Katy.
Katy bursts out laughing.
Hurt me? You couldn't hurt me, you waster.
Moves up to door of inner room.
Hurt? A thing like you.
She kicks coat.
You ain't over the fence yet. I don't argue with women, oh blimey.
Exit Katy into inner room. Chopsy picks up coat and hangs it on hooks. Katy, from inner room, sings a few lines of one of Chopsy's songs.
Why don't you strangle it right off? You're murdering it, anyhow.
Don't be hasty, Clarence. You'll strain your pretty voice, and you won't be able to busk no more of their tarts.
You give a man the joes.
He ain't very strong since he had chicken pox.
Go and sleep it off.
He can't stand excitement. He's got a weak heart.
Katy enters humming, with Jem's straw hat on, confident and scornful. She picks up her basket.
Where are you going?
Don't talk to me. A nice sort of thing you are.
You brought it on yourself now, didn't you? I don't job women.
You only make me tired.
Where are you going?
You'll find out soon enough.
Hurry up with me tea.
Don't you worry. I'll come back all right. Bright and early, too.
Take the acid off.
You won't be nervous by yourself, will you?
Exit Katy front door.
Get a move on.
Looking through window.
Cheer up, Birdie. Sing a little song to yourself. I'm going to bring you home a surprise.
Katy goes away.
Don't be all day spruiking.
He lies down on sofa. Smithy the liar comes to door with a couple of rabbits over his shoulder. Smithy is small, but well-built and agile, keen-eyed and light-fingered, affable, but rather apologetic in voice and bearing. He is a pickpocket and spieler. He has a grey suit and green hat.
How is it, Chopsy?
That you, Smithy?
Looking down street.
Where's she lobbing?
Nowhere.
Ain't she a high stepper?
Smithy enters.
At a barney, Chopsy.
Tain't nothing.
Fair dinkum?
Tain't nothing, I tell you. I just put me hand on her.
Good blimey, eh?
I didn't hurt her. I ain't one of them blokes, Smithy.
How did she take it?
All right. Me and Kate's getting on splendid. I knew she was mine the first time I ever seen her. Look here, Smithy, it's this way. I know how to handle 'em. I've had experience. I've tamed one or two of the beauts.
I'd sooner tame one of them tigers down in the circus.
You don't know women. When I got on with Katie, I reckoned I'd be mastering me own home.
I thought it was her place.
It's mine when I'm here, ain't it? You don't want to murder 'em, you know. I've got Katie anyhow, like a fantail. She'll do anything for me. Sit down, Smithy. How things?
Pretty slow. Too many Johns. There's still a drop of beer left, though.
Any luck coming your way?
Luck? I don't mark no tickets with the Pats, I'll tell you. We was blowing down to Sorrento t'other day in one of them boats. I was with the Heart and Arrow push. Soon's we had a cook at the engines, good blimey, we was pinched. 5 of us. 2 of them smart D's nicked us for being suspicious-looking characters.
Relates his anecdote with explanatory gestures.
We was all hooked out and handcuffed together. The 5 of us was stood up in a row. Blimey, we did look a lot of mugs. We smothered up the derbies, of course, and started wording the tarts. We was on a good wicket when Pete says to his bit of fluff, "Would you like to see a real solid bracelet, ducky?" "Yes, I would," she says to Pete. "Here you are then," says Pete, and with that he lifted his hands and shook the bracelets in her face. She did do a bunk. The fireman wanted to stand us a couple of bottles of beer, but the John says, "Now," the cow. Oh, blimey, I ain't got no luck.
Working?
Hawking.
Can't you make your living at the game?
It's hard to make a living now without work.
Don't you be a mug. What you get out of it?
I'm hawking for Carlo on commission.
I'd sooner bring a moon than work for a dirty dago.
I don't want to go up to the farm.
I'm getting full up. I've been singing all over the town. They all like to hear me sing, but they don't sling much into their hat.
The brass don't seem to come my way.
I'm going to turn it up. They don't let a busker live. I was talking with old shipmate this afternoon. We're all thieves, he says, every bleeding one of us. We're all at the same game, so long as we ain't found out. We're all taking the mugs down. One bloke, he says, does the trick with a silk hat on the stock exchange, and a shyster mine. Would do it with a jemmy. It's funny, ain't it?
Yes.
We're the mugs if we don't get a bit of our own back.
I fell in. 9 months I done. I was dead innocent.
Get out, you liar.
I was dead innocent. They'll all tell you that.
All men has a right to live. Honesty may be the best policy in the two-up school, but it won't keep a busker in shandies. Ugh, mugs are made to drink out of, ain't they?
Yes.
Well, drain 'em dry. It don't hurt me to do it.
Blimey, I fell in, a bird.
What's the odds? It's a free life. It's better than bone grubbing and washing bottles, ain't it? Have you found out anything?
I'm having a cook round.
Nothing doing?
Nah, I ain't tumbled to nothing yet. I've only been out 3 weeks.
Come here, Smithy. I know something.
Yes? How's a fag, Chopsy?
Chopsy gives cigarette. Smithy lights up.
Me and Shipmate talked it over this afternoon. Shipmate don't do his block.
He's getting a bit old, though.
He's a shrewdhead, he is. He's the daddy of the lot, let me tell you. We put up a tidy little job down at St Kilda. We want a cove with a steady nerve to help us. Ought to suit you, Smithy.
Yes, but I fell in. I never done a job I didn't fall for.
We've got the strength of it. It's all planned by old Shipmate under the lap. All you got to do is carry it out.
Oh, is that all? I've only got to carry it out.
Yes, it's a sweet thing. You know the big house, the one with the green shutters?
Constable Jones passes window. The constable is a young, athletic man, tall and strong.
Yow! Idjit! Here's Big Jones. The cow.
Ugh.
Constable looks in at door.
Good day, Mr. Jones.
Hello, Chopsy. How is it, Smithy?
Constable enters.
Pretty hot outside, ain't it?
Yes. I saw Katie down the street.
Did she say anything?
No. I saw her buying a crayfish off the barrow.
Ah, she said she'd bring me home a surprise. Crayfish, eh? I know a bit about women, Mr. Jones. They're funny, ain't they? It all depends how you treat 'em.
Been having an argument, Chopsy?
Nah, tain't nothing.
That's right. Have you heard who's out today?
Nah, who?
Bongo Wilson.
Bongo?
Yes. Wasn't he on with Katie before?
I don't know. Ugh, the bloke what assaulted a blind man.
Bongo's a tough snag. He can fight a bit, and he'll be pretty fresh after his air and exercise.
Who said he could fight?
I saw him knock out Bunny Thompson in 5 rounds at the Cyclorama.
He has a terrible solid left.
You're right. It got him 9 months. You were in with Bongo, weren't you, Smithy?
Yes, Mr. Jones.
How did he take it? It was his first stretch in the jug.
Rotten. I done model with him.
Huh? A bad-tempered gentleman, I've marked him. You better watch yourself, Chopsy.
What can he do?
The tarts will be dead nuts on him when they know he's out. They pinched you all right, Smithy.
I was dead innocent. They'll all tell you that.
How did you fall in?
Got rung into the pool somehow. I couldn't drop my bundle, could I?
What were you doing in that yard? There was nothing there.
Something pretty good wasn't fur off.
I see. You would have taken a hand in that then.
Well, Mr. Jones, I can't afford to miss a chance. It ain't likely.
You'll have to get busy soon, Smithy. The law's strict nowadays.
I've only been out 3 weeks.
You're qualifying for a stiff for the crust.
What have I done, Mr. Jones?
Nothing that I know of. That's why you'll get it. You're likely to bring a 6er. I'm warning you.
God blimey, Mr. Jones, ain't you seen me hawking?
Hawking?
Yes, Mr. Jones. I ain't in smoke. You'll see me at 4 o'clock any morning, down at the market, buying me rabbits. That ain't fair. That ain't justice. Look here, Mr. Jones.
Showing his hands proudly.
I'm getting blisters on me hands.
They're more used to picking pockets than skinning rabbits.
That's red hot. You can't book me for the vag. Good day, Mr. Jones. I've got to mend me barra.
Casually.
You'll see me any morning down at the market. Bye-bye, Chopsy. See you after.
Righto.
Remember me to Katie. Tell her I always loved her.
At door.
Good blimey, Mr. Jones. Give a man a chance.
Exit Smither the liar, pushing Barrow past door, and calling Wild Rabbit.
Wild rabbit, oh.
Smithy's trying to do his little bit.
What are you doing yourself, Chopsy?
Katie's working, doing a bit of washing. I still busk outside the pub over the organ.
I haven't heard you this week.
I got a cold. I'm learning a new song, Mr. Jones. It's another Doreen. I don't care for comics. They all tell me I ought to stick to ballads.
Getting on well together?
Yes, all right. I know how to handle women.
You're a philosopher, Chopsy.
You want to be master in your own home.
You're a cleverer man than I am, Chopsy, if you can do that.
Yes, I've tamed one or two of 'em. You don't want to knock 'em about, Mr. Jones. Humour 'em. Katie'll do anything for me.
Katie passes window.
Hello, here's Katie now.
Katie enters proudly, carrying basket.
Good day, Katie.
Glad to see you, Mr. Jones. Pretty stuffy in here, ain't it?
Katie puts down basket by sideboard, takes off hat, etc.
You're looking well, though. What's this? Expecting visitors?
You never know what's going to happen.
That's so. You never can tell. I might happen to drop on Chopsy any day now to see what he's doing for a living.
Hope you do. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
That's a bullseye for you, Chopsy.
I've got her beat.
Taking out watch.
I'll have to be going now.
Turning round at door.
Did you hear anything of old shipmate lately?
Nah, I ain't heard nothing of him.
Well, it's funny. I saw you down the street this afternoon with him.
Nah, you never seen me with him.
It's a Kathleen Mavernine, you know. It may be for years or it may be forever. You better watch yourself. Good day, Katie.
Good day, Mr. Jones. Look in any time you're passing. Glad to see you.
Thanks, Katie. Be good. So long, Chopsy.
Good day, Mr. Jones.
Constable goes out, whistling.
That's right, lay the tea. I'm hungry.
Katie is busy at the sideboard. She polishes things. She hums a little. She sets down knives, forks, etc. She tries 2 or 3 different arrangements of the crockery, till her decorative sense is satisfied. In a bowl in the centre of the table she places a bunch of baronia. From the basket she takes out a loaf of bread, a piece of cake, a crayfish, etc. Chopsy's eyes goggle.
How is it, Katie? What's up? Blimey, you've cleaned the knives. Cake? Struth, we are oddies. Baronia? Are you expecting the gourd mare for tea? Where'd you pinch the lovely cray? Ain't he Bosca? It's like a trip to the seaside. It's all right, Katie. It's time we had a banquet. Things ain't been too good with us. Hello, what's this? Beer. Glorious.
Keep your hands off.
What? Look here, Katie.
Talk to your equals.
I get lots of things for you, Katie. I want to get 'em for you. They don't sling much into the hat for singing to them. I don't forget how you stuck to me.
Blow the froth off.
Straight, I've had a bit of luck at last.
Eyeing table.
It ain't for you, nor nobody like you.
Now, don't start nagging or I'll...
What'll you do? I'm sick of the sight of your ugly dial.
Katie, ain't we got on well together? I done all I could to help you. It ain't my fault.
What sort of life can the likes of you give a woman? I made a bloomer when I took you on. Precious little happiness I've had in the world. This ain't the life what I want.
I bring you in all I get, don't I? I don't get lathered on the takings, do I?
Your music, that's how I fell in. I'm sick of you, and your music, and your buskin, and your organ, yes, and your flashy cobbler, and your fringe, and your...
Gives a kiss. Come here.
Chopsy tries to kiss her. Katie breaks away.
No, you don't, me buck. None of that game with me.
What the blazin'?
No liberties from you.
Gord's truth, Katie, what the hell?
Don't be making your tarts jealous.
Strike me blind, Katie. You're off your nut. Look here.
You ain't no proper man. You're a ornament.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I ain't that sort.
You couldn't earn a plate of hot peas.
Now, don't go crook, Katie. You remember that picnic we had down the bay? The first time I ever seen you. I never loved nobody but you. God strike me dead.
Gone, none of that. That's all dead and buried. I'm done with you, you smudger. I ain't going to keep a fat lazy loafer like you.
Blast you, me luck's turned, I tell you.
Lob off, now.
Don't sling off. Ain't I had enough trouble?
It's a shame, ain't it? Get back to your organ.
Asserting himself.
I've had enough of this. I'll tame you, be cripes.
You'll tame me, will you? Garn, you couldn't tame white mice.
What do you mean?
This is what I mean. Git.
Puzzled.
I don't mean to argue.
Don't waste your time. You can take your clearance from me now.
Katy throws him his coat from hooks.
Pack up your duds. The furniture's mine, and the house is in my name.
It's this way, Katy.
Nah, it ain't.
Pointing to door.
It's that way.
What do you mean?
With deadly deliberation.
This is what I mean. A better man nor you, or two of you, is coming out today.
What? Bongo?
Yes, Bongo Wilson. It's God's truth. You don't like it, do you?
Look here, I'll give up busking if you like. I put up a job with Shipmate.
Why didn't you say so before? It's too late now.
Gives a chance, Katy.
You've had your chance. You've done it in.
I've been so happy, Katy, ever since I got on with you. You don't forget that day out at Greensborough when you said you loved me. God blimey, you can't forget.
You're in a bad sort, Chopsy.
I ain't been too good to you, I know. I want to make it up. Look, we'll have real bonds of times going out together. I'll take you to all the dances. What?
It's all over now. You can't ring the charges on me.
Strike me balmy, I didn't mean to punch you, Katy.
You? Punch? Bongo's the bloke what can punch.
Katy.
Nah, you're out of bounds.
Facing the position.
So you want to give me the chuck? Me for Bongo Wilson?
With some touch of pity.
Yes, you've done your dash, Chopsy.
Bongo? The beer sparrow?
He'll spar with you any day of the week.
He's a bloke what bashes women.
You're jealous, ain't you? Well, me and Bongo's fixed it up again. He'll be here any minute now.
Struth, I'll murder you.
Don't get rattled. You ain't very strong, you know.
Making a last appeal.
Listen, Katy, I can't give you up. I love you, I do. I can't live without you. It's lonely on you, Pat. God blimey, I couldn't love nobody but you, Katy. Me luck's turned, I tell you. I'll get the stuff. We'll start all over again. We'll have the bonds of times. We'll be sweethearts. Yes, just as we used to be.
Moving towards her.
You've been kidding me, Katy. I knew you didn't mean it.
A buck's whistle is heard outside.
Here's Bongo.
Chopsy stands helpless and perplexed.
Git.
Pointing dramatically to door.
God's truth, Katy.
Bongo passes window.
Scarp off.
Bongo, a powerful, square-set man, dressed in a blue sweater, with cap and black silk muffler, bulldog-jawed, clean-shaven, jail-cropped, smiling and confident, comes to door.
Come in, Bongo.
Bongo enters, silent and masterful. He stares at Chopsy.
Take no notice of him. You ain't no busker, are you, Bongo?
To the terror-stricken Chopsy, who picks up coat and hat.
Get out, you cow.
Bongo makes a step towards Chopsy. Katy clutches his arm.
Don't dirty your hands on him, Bongo.
To Chopsy.
See if you can get on with Fishy Liz. She's fond of music.
Chopsy makes for door, while Bongo fans him out.
Blimey, you're looking pink. How'd they treat you? Have you got your punch back, Bongo? Sit down.
Bongo takes seat at table. Katy puts crayfish on plate, etc.
Have a bit of cray, Bongo. Better than hominy, eh? We'll stick together, Bongo. When are you going to fight in the owls? Ain't you feeling peckish? This is what you want.
She produces jug of beer and fills large glass.
Here you are, Bongo. It'll do you good. Have you taste first? You're the bloke, Bongo.
Bongo drains glass, stretches out arms, and drags Katy to him as the curtain falls. End of The Woman Tamer by Buvelot Esson.